What's up, this is MLB Talk 123. Alright, Ian Kennedy has turned out to be one of the best pitchers in the National League, overpassing Roy Halladay and Clayton Kershaw for the two spots in the win column for the National League. They were tied with 16th. Now he has 17th after completing a sweep of the Pittsburgh Pirates. The Diamondbacks now have won 6 games and now have a 4-game lead over the Giants. The Diamondbacks being one of the most surprising stories in baseball, if not the most surprising baseball stories in baseball this year, and Ian Kennedy being right up front with them. I mean, he has been the ace of the Diamondbacks. Joe Saunders has also been a pretty good addition to them in the Dan Herron trade. Thinking about trades, them getting him in the trade that sent Edwin Jackson to Arizona, and him and Arizona sent Max Scherzer and I believe Daniel Schlereth and others. And it has really paid off. The fact that they were able to participate in the 3-team deal, it has worked out for every team. The Yankees having Curtis Granderson last year didn't totally work out, but we always knew there was more to come. And this year he has been one of the best hitters in baseball. And now then you add the fact that Max Scherzer is pitching really good in Detroit, and them getting Austin Jackson. The Yankees gave up a lot of talent in that deal. Ian Kennedy being a first-round draft pick in 06, started in the majors in 07. He pitched well the first few times. They put him in the starting rotation in 08. He kind of fell apart after a few games. It seemed like they kind of gave up on him. They ended up trading him, and he has really shown his talent in Arizona last year and now this year. 17 games. His stats, his ERA is just above 3. He has 161 strikeouts and a whip of 1.12. His ERA is 3.03. He is 17 wins. And if my stats, excuse me, I don't usually like looking at stats, but he is 17-4, people. Now Justin Verlander leads him in the win column overall. He's 20-5. But if Ian Kennedy keeps this up on his ratio, he's going to be close to winning 20 games. I would love for him to see him win 20 games. And it's kind of be a little bit slap in the face of the Yankees, but it's pretty even considering the fact that Curtis Granderson has batted tremendously well. Look at Curtis Granderson getting above 100 RBIs, above 30 home runs, a lot of stolen bases. Then you look at Ian Kennedy, who might be on pace for 20 wins this year. Fantastic. He's been a huge part of why the Diamondbacks are in the position that they are. Chris Young has definitely had to come back after. I remember a few years ago he was sent to the minors. He's really come back this year and last year and this year. Justin Upton has been huge for them. And then Aaron Hill just hit a 2-run bomb today, definitely helping out his cause, getting there. There's a lot of young pieces on this team, and they're all starting to come together. And I got to be excited about is Paul Goldschmidt. There's just it's kind of like what the Giants did last year. Guys like Willie Bloomquist. I mean, no one that you'd really predict to be really important to this team have really been important to this team. And no one predicted the Diamondbacks would be where they are right now. 4 games up on the Giants, having the record that they do. Ian Kennedy winning 17 games so far, on pace for 20 wins. It's going to be really exciting to watch him progress year to year and see if he can keep this up and prove this is not just a fluke. I don't think he is. He has first-round talent. He pitched great for the Yankees a few years ago, and he kind of lost it, and he's back, and he's really shown his talent here in Arizona. They did their scouting well, picking him. The Yankees did give up a lot of talent in that 3-team deal to land Curtis Granderson, and they had to give up talent. I mean, they had to give up Austin Jackson to Detroit. They had to give up Ian Kennedy to Arizona, so Arizona can give up Max Scherzer to help with the deal for the Tigers. But they gave up a lot of talent for Curtis Granderson. Right now, it seems like it's worked for every team right now. I mean, Max Scherzer has been a very important piece of Detroit. Detroit's move in the first place and probably going to stay there. And Ian Kennedy has been a huge part in the Diamondbacks surge. And then, you look at Curtis Granderson. There's so many great hitters on the Yankees, but Curtis Granderson has been definitely one of the best or the best this year. So it's really one of those things where it's so odd to find a 3-team deal that has really worked out for all 3 teams. But in this case, it really has. I mean, all the teams that this has affected, it's worked out. The players have done great. And I'm just really happy for Ian Kennedy being very successful in Arizona. It seems like he loves it there. 17-4, an ERA right above 3. He's having an all-star year, and surprisingly, he wasn't actually on the all-star team. He was going to be in the last vote, and I would have voted for him. But he was not on the All-Star team. But Arizona's had some pretty good pitching actually all around. Obviously, it'd be nice if they still had Dan Herron, but they were able to get some prospects and Joe Saunders from that deal. He's been pretty solid for them this year. It's a very exciting team to watch, and I don't see them going too far in the playoffs, but you never know. Big hits and pitching make or break your playoffs, and who knows if Justin Upton hits 8 home runs in a game or hits a 500-foot bomb. We'll never know what happens, and we'll see what happens this year in the playoffs, and hopefully Arizona can make it. I'm rooting for Arizona to make it. I like the Giants, but they won the World Series last year. It's time for Arizona to have a really good story, comeback story, surprise story in baseball, and Ian Kennedy having just a fantastic year, 17-4. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Let me talk 1, 2, 3.